Hello, hello, hello! What's up, everybody? Good morning to you all. It's stream day! It's stream day. We stream every Saturday and Wednesday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Saturday mornings are our chill streams more often than not, and we're actually going to be, this is our last time working on this, this fun song trap remix because we're nearly done with it. We are so close to being done with it. I'm really excited, but hello, everybody. Welcome, Lemons. I love that username. Is that like a play off of Lemons? Because that's very funny. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Hey, Steph. Hey, Lucas. Hey, Thunder. Hey, Robert. Hey, Albert. Hey, Otis. Hey, Lucas. I already said hi to Lucas, but hello again to Lucas. Hey, Matthew. What's up to everybody? I should go ahead and I actually had my little thing open. I normally never have this open, but check it out. Whoa, it's my old thing. Remember, I used to always start off art streams with this little welcome screen. But I haven't done it in a long time recently. I was actually really happy. Today, it's kind of, whenever I stream, it's kind of accidental how good of a quality the camera looks. And today, the camera just accidentally looks really good. I don't know. I think it's the morning light. The morning light coming through often makes these streams look so much better. When we lose that daylight and we kind of go to the nighttime, harder to, it just looks a little darker. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. It's good music though. I've not played Harry Potter. I think all of my friends are currently playing the new Harry Potter. I see them like on their Discords. They're just like actively playing that game more than anything else. No, the only games I've been playing almost no games. I did recently play the speedrun. We did the speedrun. Fun fact, everybody, they accepted the speedrun. They accepted it just yesterday. Let me see, speedrun.com. Speedrun.com. My speedrun for Cosmic Shake is put in, which means I can uninstall the game finally. I'm done. I've done everything I can. So there's a big... I'm not very high up on the list. But if I zoom in a whole lot here and close out of these giant ads. Going down the side here... Oh my gosh. How do I get rid of this? Oh, there it is. Very invisible. So somewhere down here, near the very bottom, number 39, JChase Gaming. Under an hour. Ignore my note, but I finally got it in. We did it. We did a speed run in under an hour for Cosmic Shake. I was really happy about that. That was last Wednesday. This Wednesday, by the way, upcoming this Wednesday, we are going to be playing Nicktoons Brawl, which is exciting. And then after that, once we play that, we're going to, probably not on the same day, but coming up soon, we're going to do some streams of playing the... What's it called? Creature from the Krusty Krab on the Wii. One of my favorite kids is one of my favorite games as a kid. One of my favorite children that I've had. There's a poll. Yeah, no, the languages in Cosmic Shake was fun. I ended up doing my speed run on the Japanese language just because I got really bored of the English language. But thank you, Robert. Yeah. No, I've never worked for the actual company that does SpongeBob animation. Oh, I didn't grab water for myself this morning. And I talk a lot while I stream, so I think actually, here, really quickly, I think I've got... Oh, by the way, quick warning today. I have automatic advertisements turned on for today's stream. If you guys get ads, tell me when you get them, because I don't know how often this setting is going to play them. You know, because I always forget to run ads, and that's kind of the reason I do YouTube is as a career. But if it plays an ad for you guys like every 4 minutes, that's way too much. I don't want that to play too many ads for you, because that's pointless. So tell me when you guys get ads. If I'm wanting it to be like every half hour. That's like what I think is a responsible level to where it's like not bothering you too much, but like I stream for multiple hours, so you never got it. If you have YouTube Premium, you'll never get an ad nonetheless, but KFC, yeah, you'll get an ad whenever you join the stream, but that's always it works that way. Which, by the way, I'm seeing Alex G, your little icon has updated to now you are the oldest member, the oldest member with the new silver J icon, because he's been a member for over a month now. So thank you for that. Good job. If I were in Family Feud, who would be on my team? Well, I mean, I would assume it'd be family members. I feel like Family Feud would really be fun with friends, you know? Like, my close group of friends would be really, really fun on Family Feud. If I could pick a dream team, though, I don't even know what my dream team would be for Family Feud. It's tough to imagine, like, what even is the factors you look for in a Family Feud, like, teammate. Somebody who knows a lot about stuff, right? My dream team would be I'd go through previous Family Feuds and I'd pick the winners. I'd pick the smartest person from each winning team. That's my Family Feud team. I know that's not how that works, but yeah, no, it would just be my family, I would presume. Pick you and your family 50. Well, honey, you're my family. You'd be the like out of everybody else. You'd be the. You're included in that list. You were my friend before you became my wife. How could you be offended? Yeah, she's in chat because she's currently not in the house right now. She's out doing important activities like shopping and grabbing groceries and doing responsible things while I stream. You don't have YouTube Premium and you don't get ads? Do you have the ad blockers on? So there you go. I got my record in. How many people? I'm only like in front of 7 people. No, 6. Yeah, I'm like the 7th lowest score, but I got sub-hour. I was only trying to go for getting less than an hour on my record, and I succeeded, so I'm very happy about that. Katrina is my wife. Katrina is my wife. And she is half of all of the production team, basically, behind SpongeBob in real life and all these shows that we do on YouTube. Hey, Dylan, welcome to the stream. So we're going to do 2 things on stream today. The first thing we're going to do is I am going to, we're going to work on this shot here, which you guys might have seen this as a meme online. This is from a rap music video, actually. And so we're going to be reanimating this with SpongeBob and Plankton. So this will be fun as we just get to recreate this meme. But the second thing we're going to do is I want to work on some of the emojis that you guys have access to when you are a member of this channel. Yes, I've been married for 2.5 years at this point, right? I mean, COVID has made counting the years difficult, but yeah, basically not really half yet, kind of, a little over 2 years. I hate doing year math based off of COVID years because COVID years didn't feel like real years, and so I shouldn't say that word so much. We're gonna get demonetized. I wonder if they've stopped caring about that word on YouTube. Remember when that word was basically a political word? Golly. The internet is a mess. The internet is a mess, especially when you're a person making stuff on the internet. Wow, are there troubles. Is it half at this point? I guess it is. It's around that point if it's not like a month or so off. The Squidward wheel, oh, that's like an anime. I've done anime already. I don't know if that's, I wouldn't be talented enough to distinguish between different animes. So that specific show, I don't think I could do like something that would look different than the standard one. I don't even think there's any specific anime, like, I don't watch enough anime to be able to distinguish the differences, and I haven't practiced drawing them enough to distinguish the differences in a drawing, so it would end up looking exactly like the anime Squidward I've already done. That's my worry. Okay, let's go ahead and grab in our footage. So we've had some recommendations for, I think I want to start actually with some emojis really quick. We're going to work on some emojis for the channel. Because for those of you who don't know, we have reaction emojis, and currently we have these 6 emojis, and I'm putting them in the chat right now. We have a laughing SpongeBob, we have a Patrick Pog, we have Mr. Krabs playing the sad violin, we have pineapple on a pizza, we have Mr. Krabs surprised, and we have the Sandy thoughtful. We're going to replace a couple of these. Because we can only have 6 at the moment, I think. I actually haven't checked if we can add more, but we're going to replace a couple of these with better emojis. One of which is going to be, for sure, a Squidward art wheel emoji, which I think is a brilliant idea. But I think I want to do it. LOL, wow, sad pizza confused thing. Yes, that's the way you can do that when you don't have the membership. Which, by the way, I've made it as cheap as possible. As cheap as YouTube will let me make it. It's 99 cents. If you want to become a member of this channel. So, there you go. So we're going to go ahead and work on some of those. The first things first is I want to... Hello, Daniel. Welcome. We're going to do the Squidward wheel emoji. And I want to kind of base it off of the colors we have on this wheel. I think these wheel colors are really fun. And I think I want to have like Squidward's face in the middle of the wheel. That's what I think I want. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to like screen capture this really quick. Take a nice screen capture. Now we have to, is there any good Squidward meme that you guys would like to see, like, over top this wheel? What would the ultimate Squidward wheel be? Or should I pick one of the previous Squidward wheel arts that we've done? That's a good question. So we're gonna save this as something. I mean, there's a lot of places I can save it. Yeah, the retire from YouTube. That's fair. Hey, no, internet breaks are a real thing, and I get that 100%. It's a lot harder for me to do when I'm the content creator. Like, making an internet break is such a big deal for content creators, but when you're just watching the internet, I get you, dude. I get when you... Hey, thanks for all the support. I appreciate it, and I never, you know... You're good. I get... Handsome Squidward would be pretty good. Is Handsome... I mean, already your vote has a lot of power since you are one of our members. But I think Handsome Squidward... is a really great idea. I might go ahead and draw my own version of it, maybe. I don't know, maybe we can actually just cut it out and I'll retrace like the outline, the major outline. That might be good enough for us. I don't know where I should save this. I guess we'll go under videos, projects, and then streaming, and then... Actually, I have a folder for... Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'll go to desktop, and I'll go to the folder where I had all my old Discord emojis. Wherever that was. Discord emojis. Okay, here we go. Boo, boo. New YouTube emojis. Perfect. I've now got a new folder. We'll put this in as wheel. That's not how you spell wheel. Marvel comic style? That's interesting to me. It's also tough. Marvel comic style. I'm tempted. That's a really high quality art style. Unless I do like one of the older styles, like I can do like the classic 60s comic books. I couldn't do modern comics, you know? There's a difference between this, which looks like it was done in, I don't know, this is actually just a poster, but there's a difference between classic comics, which I think would be much more interesting for me to try to replicate, versus doing the super high quality comics that they do nowadays. I could not do this. I mean, it would take me an hour to do a Squidward in this style. Yes, the silver stream. You're it. You're the first. You're always going to be the first to each new color. I wish they let me cycle out the distance between all the badges, but unfortunately, I'm locked into what YouTube previously. Like, YouTube has their own setup list of when you get the badges when. And it's the same for every single channel. So, for example, if I pull down this and ignore the fact I was watching a VR video, yeah, the new member badge is our bronze badge. You can barely see this. I'll zoom in really quick. New member badge is the bronze. Then we go to the silver after a month. The 2-month badge is the purple, and then it jumps to 6-month. So you have to do 4 whole months before you get the green. And then my favorite 2, I think these are the prettiest ones. I saved them for the top because they are really, really cool. And to my knowledge, if you miss a month and then come back later, you still continue your streak. So it's like, you don't restart at the original badge, I don't think. YouTube pays attention to how many months you've just been supporting, even if you've taken a break. I think it'll keep up with your score. Yeah, and so we got the green badge, and then the really fun blue badge for the whole year. If you've been a member for a whole year, you'll get this blue one, and then the gold is for 2 years. So, see you guys in 2 years, when some of our members will have, the gold badge. That's gonna be quite the thing to show off. I hope that we'll have a lot more stream audience in 2 years from now. And then you guys will be able to truly be the OG brag people. Be like, yeah, I've been here for 2 years. I really need water. I'm literally going to grab her, yeah, I'll add Marvel comic style. Original OG Marvel comic style, though. What's up, William? Welcome, welcome. Oh, well, I'm sorry about that. It's tough. People on the internet, I mean, you never know what kind of age a person is, and so... Yeah, the internet's tough. And, especially, I assume most of my audience is in the younger age bracket because SpongeBob fans, why not? And so, it's tough being a kid on the internet, and you have to kind of get used to the fact that you have to ignore people, you know? Just, there's gonna be people who are gonna try to bother you on the internet, and you just gotta learn to ignore them. But if you don't know how to do that yet, or, you know, you're still fresh to understanding that, you know, the internet's tough, I don't blame you. So, yeah, taking a break is a smart thing. It's a very smart thing. Alright, so I've already saved the wheel. Let's go ahead and grab a, handsome Squidward. I think that's the smartest idea for this. I love that when you type in the word handsome, just Squidward comes up near the top. I don't know if that's just because the algorithm knows that I am a SpongeBob person, but... Oh my gosh. First off, there is a apparently handsome Squidward face mask, which is terrifying. Also, I hate this 3D model too. Alright, I'm just gonna copy the image and actually just paste it in. Boop! There we go. Mr. Handsome Squidward. Baymax. No, because what is Baymax Squidward? That's just Baymax with a Squidward nose? I don't know what that even looks like. That's a harder one to do. Well, people can't really threaten you on the internet. Unless you're, like, releasing your address online, then that's, you know, not safe. But if people are giving you... I mean, I definitely get it. I understand it, though. Like I said, it will encourage you if you feel like you need to take a break, though. Please do. Like, there's more reason to than not to. I'm wondering if I can just go ahead and kind of erase out the edge and then refill in the edge. I'm trying to see if this is going to be the easiest way. I should have done this in After Effects now that I think about it, or Photoshop. Yeah, I should probably do this in Photoshop. File new. Create. Dexter Squidward. Yeah, did we not have that in there? Like Dexter's Lab? Dexter's Laboratory would be a good one. Okay, so here we go. There's the Squidward. What size? I forget what the size the emojis are supposed to be. So if we go to desktop and we go to emojis. Come on, give me the emojis. Give me the emojis. Okay. So this specific emoji is 128 by 128 pixels. That's what I'll go for. File, new, 128 by 128. By 128. By the way, I think I want to do another, soon. I'd like to do another stream where I just draw whatever you guys request. Might be a little while before we do it, though. Might be a couple weeks. But that was super fun, and I feel like I want to do that more regularly, because that was really fun. Do a talk show called Take Two with Chase and SpongeBob. You and SpongeBob interviewing Nicktoons characters. Oh my gosh. It'd be... What's funny is that my voice actor for SpongeBob actually has an actual podcast where he just talks about his life and whatnot. It'd be really funny to do an in-character podcast. Just be like, hey, I'm gonna give you the most difficult challenge ever. We're gonna do a podcast episode, and you have to pretend you're SpongeBob and do the SpongeBob voice the entire time. Go for it. Have fun. That would be like so much strain on his voice, I would assume. Hey, you've been very good with English, so no problems there. You were great. You're a great commenter. You asked a lot of questions, which many of them were actually very interesting to answer. So I appreciate you keeping... That's the greatest thing about chat, is that you guys give me the opportunity to talk about things when otherwise, like, I'm like, what am I doing right now? I am cutting out a Squidward for an emoji. So it's like, actively what I'm doing may not be video gaming, but being able to talk to you guys is the great strength of streaming. It's the ability that, as long as I'm still talking, I can entertain anybody. And so anybody who interacts with chat, you're the guys who give me the ability to actually keep entertaining people. My favorite holiday is a good question. I think for the majority of my life, it's pretty much been Easter. I'm a Christian, I'll let you guys know that. But for me, Easter, even from a religious standpoint, I think Easter is better than Christmas because, yeah, Christmas, oh, Jesus is born, but Easter's like kind of the reason that Christianity even exists, you know? The entire faith only exists because of the context that we celebrate Easter, so it's kind of a more important holiday in my mind. But also, Easter takes place during the spring, the weather is so nice. I just feel like Easter is... There is a fun quality. There's a fun quality to the snowiness of Christmas, right? Christmas is super... there's that Christmas magic, you could say, that magic of snow and all that jazz. But I love spring weather so much more. Spring weather is probably my favorite weather of the whole year. Fall weather is probably second place. And it's second place because that's when I feel like things are getting colder. And I don't know, I like the feeling that spring is like, oh, everything was cold. and now things are getting warm again, and it's like spring is such a relief to me, and like, oh, the world's coming back to life. It's not that nature is dying, it's that nature's coming back to life. And so yeah, I love spring. I think Easter is probably my favorite holiday. And I don't know anything else outside of that. I don't really have many opinions on holidays per se. Oh, this was a feathered brush. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Oh no, I just did all of that and it was feathered. Darn it, I gotta redo that. But yeah, I'm even trying to think of all the other holidays there are and everything. Hello, Cameron, good to see you in the chat. Okay, I really need to grab water. I'm gonna be right back. Is there? Oh, you know what? There is a kitty here. Let me go ahead and full screen for you guys. You guys can watch the kitty look out of the window, and I am going to grab water really quick. Hi, what you looking at? You looking at me? There's so much cool nature outside. Oh, did the chair move when I got up and the chair moved? I totally ruined the point of looking at the cat. Whoops. I don't know if the fan did that or if I did that. The cat has great power and has no responsibility. With great power comes great cat power, and so yes, she could totally take over the stream if she wanted to, but she hasn't decided that that's what she wants to do yet. It's not the decision. Words. It's so hard to talk when you talk really fast. I've had this problem my entire life. I've always talked too fast. I talk really fast, and then that causes like my mouth to get tripped up, and then I can't start pronouncing things correctly. It's been my whole life I've struggled with that. I've been good. I've been very good. We're very close to finishing this next video. Yeah, no, I've been very good. Wonderful weather we're having. Yes. All right, so moving back to this. I have to recut this out again. Yeah, it's just, when you talk fast, it's because, I mean, I just get very excited in life. Everything I talk about, I'm really excited to talk about. But if you talk slower, you can enunciate better. And I try to practice that, but especially some people, you know, especially if there's people you're talking to who are a little bit more fresh to English and they're still learning the language, it's better to talk slower because it's hard to understand somebody who's talking very, very fast. I know that because I was, you know, trying to learn Spanish. And Spanish in general is a language that is spoken very quickly, unfortunately, which makes it hard to understand in a lot of contexts. But Spanish is, I think, the way they pronounce words makes it easier to pronounce faster, I think. But yeah, a lot of Spanish speakers will pronounce things very quickly, and it's very hard when you're newly learning the language to understand it. Which is why I've always been better at reading Spanish than I have been conversationaling it. Hola, soy amigo. You're a Spanish speaker? Alright, well then you're already better than me. I tried learning it. I want to properly learn it again. I mean, it was high school when I learned it. It's a shame that I didn't. I should have, I mean, I had the chance. I mean, I was in college. I'm pretty sure they had language classes. I should have tried to take a Spanish class in college. That was a bit of a mess up by me. I don't know if I could. Yeah, there's probably something I could have done in that respect. Replace one of the classes I did end up doing. You learned Italian, nice. That's gotta be interesting. So that compared to English, that's probably fairly interesting because it's got the same kind of roots, right? Probably. I would assume Italian has similar language roots to English, because it's one of the what do they call it? The Romance languages, from Roman times. What is that? What is the ancient language that goes before that? It's Latin, right? Because there's two different. Oh no, I just wanted to delete the entire layer. There's two different languages that most languages are built off of, and I think it's Latin versus Greek, right? Those are like the two older languages. A topic for your next video? A talent show or comedy show, I don't know. You learned French, nice. My wife also learned French back in high school. Okay, you got an ad. So how long has it been since we started the stream? That's actually about half an hour in. Ooh. Oh, I would be insanely happy if the ads actually played at the rate that I wanted them to. At the beginning of the stream, I said, like, my dream timing would be once every half an hour. That is half an hour in. Huh. Okay, well, we'll see if the next one plays at 10 o'clock, because if they play an ad every half an hour, then that is... boom. That couldn't be more perfect. YouTube... I was really worried, because I'm like, I don't want YouTube to spam you guys, so... Well, that's interesting. Well, cool. The Latin American Spanish dub of SpongeBob is called Calamardo. Yeah. I love that. I'm wondering what the easiest way is for me to... I might just go ahead and do brush strokes on top of this really quick. Because I want to add back in the lines. I cut it out, but now his line work looks really weird. What's up? So I'm going to make a new layer. And just kind of paint behind. Boom, 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 boom. I have been watching a lot of Star Trek this week because I've given my... I'm doing the thing where you get a free, like, week trial of a streaming platform, and then you just cancel the membership before the week is done, just so you get to watch some stuff for free. And I'm watching Star Trek right now, and I watched the original series that was released in the 1960s, and it is very funny and campy, and reminds me of basically what Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy is represented to be like, because it's made in the 60s, so it's that old-timey show where people all talk, hey, like this, what's going on? Yeah. I'll tell you what, we have to find out what's going on here. Oh, like that kind of speech pattern was so prevalent in 60s media, and it was so funny. But yeah, so I've been enjoying that. And then I tried to move on to the follow-up Star Trek, where you've got Patrick Stewart plays as Jean-Luc Picard, and you got like Data and stuff like that. I didn't like it as much. It was kind of boring. So maybe Mike... I guess every difference, because that follow-up Star Trek I tried to watch was done in the 1980s. And I don't know if I like 80s Star Trek. 80s Star Trek was a little bit more boring. It wasn't as funny and campy as the 60s one was. I feel like I just realized I'm like a real-life SpongeBob. SpongeBob is supposed to be a young adult, and he watches this show from the 60s. The original Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy show should be from like the 1960s, even in the Bikini Bottoms world. I'm like real life SpongeBob. I love the silliness of that old show way better. And so I've only got a day left of my free membership, and I'm gonna, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day I get to watch it. But yeah, I'm gonna end up watching a couple more episodes of the 60s Star Trek. You're gonna animate? Well, very, very good. Yeah, Squidward is basically Squid and Edward, and so, in Spanish, I think the combination is kind of like Eduardo, basically, and so it works out that way, too. I'm like real-life SpongeBob, says the guy who made SpongeBob in real life. Well, yes. I'll tell you what, guys. It's really weird living a life where SpongeBob just absolutely encapsulates so much of my life, I have grown up and become an adult, and... so much of my life revolves around this little yellow square dude. It's crazy. Like, I'm playing SpongeBob games on my streaming channel. I'm making SpongeBob animations on my main channel. My entire career is based around SpongeBob. Everybody, like, all my friends jokingly still call me the SpongeBob guy, basically. It's just like, they look at they make SpongeBob, they'll make SpongeBob references to me because they know, hey, you're the SpongeBob guy. It's not something I expected, but man, I mean, if the younger version of me saw what I had become, they think it was pretty cool, I think. Young Jonathan would be like, okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, I loved SpongeBob as a kid, so Obviously. I feel like it should be obvious that I enjoy this show, because I wouldn't... I don't think I would volunteer myself to be this into SpongeBob if I didn't like SpongeBob, right? This is a giant dose of SpongeBob every day of my life. If I didn't like this show, there's no way I could do this job. Yeah, you've lived SpongeBob as long as you can remember. I'm just blessed that I live in a day and time where I'm even able to do this, you know? Like, the internet is the only reason that I'm able to basically do this kind of stuff. If I had been born any sooner, I'd have to just, you know, actually join Nickelodeon or something, right? Like, I couldn't do all of this stuff and, you know, post stuff on the internet like this and be able to do this whole thing. This is a career choice that's only capable in our modern era. And by modern era, I mean pretty much... It started in 2005, right? YouTube got started in 2005. Before 2005, which is so recent. You know, it's between... Most people were alive around that time. Like, it's crazy how much the internet has changed humanity within really recent times. Like, we've missed out on a lot of human technological developments, right? Like, what are the biggest things? I guess we were not around when radio first got introduced, right? Like, radio, television... Those things at one point, and by the way, at one point recently, 1900s, right? In the actually, I don't know when radio came out. I should know. I had a whole college class about media and when everything got introduced. I don't know. Maybe I should actually have... Should I include the body in this emoji? I probably shouldn't. I don't know. We'll find out soon. But could you imagine living at the time when radio was just recently enveloped? Yeah, or phones! Telephone technology where you were able to have phones, the rotary phones that were wired in, and you could call anybody. I think radio came out before phones, if I'm not mistaken. Why would they know? No, there's no way. Radio had to have come later. Radio is a much more interesting... Like, waves of sound going through the air seems like a harder thing to technologically make than wires. Wired phones seems like they would be the easier thing to have made. But yeah, so, like, I couldn't imagine, like, living at a time where people basically couldn't communicate with each other. Your only news came from, like, newspapers and people talking. And then suddenly the radio is invented, and you can suddenly hear people talking from across the, you know, not the world, but at least across states and across the country. Could you imagine that most people never heard the President of America's voice when they lived in America until the radio existed? Like, people would not know what their president sounded like until radio was invented. Or if I mean, back then, the president would actually physically get, like, in a carriage, or in a car, and would, like, drive around America and go make speeches in, like, every state in order to, like, before he even became president, people would, like, go to every... I mean, they do that today, too, but it's not as important today because you have TVs. TV is definitely crazier, too. I mean, TV is, like... moving pictures. Like, the entire dynamic of the family system changed when TVs were invented. Because you imagine, today we're used to what the modern family is like. And that's hilarious that I said modern family when we're talking about TV. But the modern version of a family system is, okay, parents work, and then kids, for the most part, sure, they might play with toys, but for a lot of... for the majority of human population, the majority of kids are on a screen. I mean, they're on either a video game or they're watching a program of some sort. And it's like, that is something that's only capable after the TV era. Before the TV era, you played games or you interacted with a hobby. You didn't have this little picture to stare at all day. But once the TV was invented, it's like, wow, now the family system changed. People started, like, watching TV while eating dinners and stuff. And so that's huge. That's huge. But then, and then the internet is basically just TV plus computer. TV you can interact with that isn't video game. It's crazy. And the internet's connectivity, like the fact that we have people watching this live stream, this tiny live stream. I'm a random guy who got to make this career happen, and now I can, you know, you're staring at a little picture right now, exactly. you guys could be anywhere in the world and watch this live stream. Which, by the way, this live stream delay is only like 15 seconds. Like, by the time I say the word hi, you guys are hearing that word hi only 15 seconds later than the time I said it in real life, right here. I'm sitting in my room, sitting in my office, with a camera in front of me and a live stream chat right next to the camera, so it always looks like I'm almost looking at the lens when I look at chat. And I can say words, and 15 seconds later, no matter where you are on Earth, you can hear this. Live streaming technology is ridiculous. Live streaming technology is crazy, and the internet connectivity of the world is so interesting to me. It's cool. It's cool. I love this kind of stuff. The stream is going to end, well, for me it's already 9 o'clock, but it's going to end probably a little bit earlier because I actually do have stuff I'm doing today too. It's weird, I've had multiple Saturdays in a row now, where I've actually been busy on the end of the Saturday, so, which, you know, is generally a good thing to have things that you do and people you hang out with, and ouch, I don't like that. I'm going to see if I can hide this, because I don't like the two blues next to each other. Yeah, it's 9:40 for me here. And again, difference of where you are in the world, but all right, I'm gonna go ahead and remove all these words because I think that you will not see this in the emoji. Also, if everything goes to plan, I might be able to put this emoji up while we're streaming, and you guys can use it, for those of you who are members, during this stream. This also shows you just how long it takes me to actually, like, make an emoji. It seems like such a tiny thing that shouldn't be that difficult, but like it takes quite a bit of time just to sit down and what's the button that I can, like, there's a keyboard shortcut to fill? Shift F5. Wow, that's weird. Shift F5 and then enter. All right, I can do that. You're home alone for a week. Nice. I don't know when the last time is that happened for me. When being married, it's like I'm never home alone for that long. It's like one of my buddies had that because his wife went out on like a trip for a while, and then he basically played video games every single day. He got some good relaxed time. It was all good, but it was definitely fun. I don't even know what I do. I mean, I do the same. I'd work, but like I don't think I don't know how much would be different. Being home alone is not that much different when you're an adult. You already make all your own decisions, so. Yeah, oh, that's right. Every June, I do have that 1 week. And so, you know what? Now that I think about it, I do actually, when I do have the home alone time, I kind of intentionally try to schedule hangouts with, like, people. I don't like being alone. I'm a very social person, and so it's very nice having a wife that I get to hang out with every single day of my life. I love my wife, everybody. I super appreciate the awesome opportunity that I get to. She works next to me every single day. It is a great privilege that I get. So yeah, no, I guess when I am alone, I tend to try to hang out with people as much as possible. I am a people person. I definitely am. I've always been a people person, but it took a long time for me to actually become like confident. Because, like, I've always liked hanging out with people, but when I was younger, I was so shy. Like, I love you, baby. I was so shy. Like, it was so hard to talk to people. I was always so self-conscious about myself. I mean, let's be honest, I've been a nerd all my life. But when you're younger, being a nerd is such a, oh no, people are gonna think I'm weird. Like, you are so worried about how people perceive you. When you get older, you stop caring, I guess. But you also just get confident. And I finally gained some semblance of confidence in high school. And was finally able to make friends and feel like people didn't think I was a weirdo. And that helps. Having an expectation that you're not a weirdo definitely helps to make you feel more confident about yourself and able to talk to new people. So after high school, I've been able to talk to most people without issue. And I'm able to be outgoing and just say hi. Like, what's up? How you doing? I also think the YouTube career helped. Although I'm not one of the YouTubers who often talks to a camera, with the exception of now I've started to live stream. So it's crazy how much live streaming has helped me a ton with talking to a camera. That is a skill that I am weird, but that's my charm. True, but turning weirdness into a charm was the challenge. Turning weirdness, because there's still people today who you can know, you know, when I say this next phrase, you'll immediately visualize what I'm saying. So when I say this, you'll all know what I'm talking about. Like, the neckbeard who sits behind a computer all day. You know, that guy who plays, you know, like RPGs or something. like, there's an expectation you have that he's kind of socially awkward. And so there's a difference between a weirdo who's socially awkward and a weirdo who's actually outgoing. A weirdo who's outgoing can actually be a funny guy. Like, most of the YouTube comedians are weirdos who are just funny and outgoing. So I think there's a big difference between those two. But yeah, I was saying something else, and this is what happens when I go off of tangents, is I'll forget the previous tangent I was on. So I have no idea what I was just saying. Do I think the age of 18 is a teen or adult? Well, technically it's both. It's adult legally, but it's also one of the last 2 years that you're in the teens, right? Because technically teens is just when you're at the age when the word teen is in the age. Oh, what's happening? It wasn't filling in the line. Yeah, so like 13 through 19, if the age has the word teen in it, you're a teen. But definitely, depending on different countries, there's different ages of adulthood. But yeah, I think there's an overlap period right there. Teen age, exactly. Wow, wait a minute. Okay, no, it's stuff like this that gets me super curious. I don't know if you guys know what etymologies are, but etymologies is like the history and study of words and their origin. And I love etymologies. I love looking up how words came to be. And I'm curious now at what, like, the origin of teen is. It started in the late 16th century, which is the 1500s, right? Yeah, 1500s. But it always was the word teen, and it doesn't look like there's much else. Old English, it was tine, an inflected form of 10. Ooh, well that makes sense. Of course that makes sense. Okay, so the word teen just comes from the word 10, because all of the teens are the 10th digits, right? So you've got 10, and then the 1 of 10, that's 11. Where did we get the words 11 and 12? Because at 3, we finally start 13. We don't say 1 teen or 2 teen. We say 11 and 12. I wonder how 11 and 12 got started. Because, yeah, the rest of the teens make sense, because, at least from Old English and whatnot, you've got like, oh yeah, 310 is 13, and 410 is 14. Now I'm just confused about 11 and 12. Maybe we have 11 and 12 because we have 12 months, and so, like, maybe in human history it made more sense to have special words for 11 and 12. I love this stuff. This is how nerdy I am. You can see how nerdy I am that I stop and think about words and how words got started. I'm 1 teen. Exactly. Oh man, 11D7, right? That's another good one. Because technically, like, yeah, I love those fake numbers that still kind of make sense, because 11D would be 110. Because you have 70, 80, 90, and then you go to 100. But you could say 10D, and then you could say 11D. And so I love 11D7, that fake number of 11D7, which isn't even a fake number, it's just the wrong way to say 117. Yeah. How many, I wonder, what's the most incorrect way I could say, like, how many subscribers maybe JChaseFilms has? It's hard to do. Well, nah, that's a hard one to do. But maybe I could say JChaseStreams has 169D subscribers. There you go. It's hard to intentionally break those rules, like to intentionally break the rules of how to, like, say words. Yeah. There are a lot of different correct ways to say numbers, though, which made it harder to even, like, find the wrong way. Because, yeah, you can just say, like, you can say 1,690 or 1.69K. And that K is interesting, like, reminds me of, like, gold. You know, when people, like, talk about gold, it's like, that's, 10K gold right there or something. Whenever people say K to represent 1,000, it always reminds me of that. Which might be what the K stands for in golds, too. Hey, aliens, no spam, please. As a big no-no. It's one of the it's one of our few rules. I don't even have the rules written. I should have like an automatic description that has like a rules list. I think we already have Life as a Teenage Robot style in the wheel right now. I don't know if I'm going to want to keep this outside rim. I don't know if it's going to show up well in the very small... Nah, it's not going to show up well. The very small amount of pixels we're going to have in this emoji, I don't think we want to have this bright, like, outer edge. Alright, there we go. The wheel is fixed. I should go ahead and... Oh, man. The circles are so tough to find the, like, where's the center of it? Should I just do it like this? Yeah, no, this is going to be really hard. Okay, wait, I can kind of see that this is the center. I mean, that's about as close to the center as I can get, right? Oh, this is just... I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. Here we go. Hey, that was a pretty good guess. What do you mean? Oh, feather 500. Let me go ahead and put a 0 feather on that. Clone High? Ooh, maybe. I never even watched Clone High. But Clone High is also similar to, like, another one. What's the other one? The, what? Something Island? What's the Something Island show? My wife watched it a bit recently. Total Drama Island. Yeah, like, Total Drama style would be actually very distinctive. You're back from eating breakfast. Well, was it a good breakfast? I had half a bowl of cereal, so I'm going to be hungry soon. But also, I'm not going to be streaming for too long today because I do have stuff that we're doing later. But, yeah, I've had a very tiny breakfast. I've had a smidgen. Just the tiniest bit, sir. Stumble Guys. Oh, Stumble Guys. It was so funny. This Fall Guys parody. Alright, so I want to hide that blue behind everything else. And then we'll go ahead and grab the Mr. Squidward. Mr. Squidward. Baby Yoda. I don't even know. Like, some of these, whenever you compare trying to draw Squidward as a different animal, my creativity breaks. I'm just like, what do I do? What do I do to do that? Well, spring is subjective because spring kind of just like shows up and then like goes back and forth because spring can never decide what it wants to do. Uh-oh, I've accidentally squashed it. I squashed. Hold up. I never remember which program you're supposed to hold shift for when scaling. What is the origin of Baby Yoda? I don't know if we know what kind of creature he is yet. I mean, is there an official name for what Yoda is? I don't know if there's a creature name for that yet. You're not crazy late, James. Welcome to the stream. There we go. Does that look like a good emoji for the stream? Good stream emoji right there. I feel like you can't really distinguish the like edge of Squidward too well. I might give him an extra black outline here. It looks like a religious icon. I didn't expect it to look that way, but it looks like in Christianity when you have the golden like ring, the golden like circular halo behind people in art. Oh, that's hilarious. Which makes it even better. The Squidward eel. The Squidward wheel. Alright, I do need to add a better outline, because when we make this really small, like it's going to be on YouTube, I don't know, it's kind of hard to distinguish where his outline stops. So let me go ahead and give him a better outline. Layer style. And then boom. I gotta figure out oh, it's way too much of an outline. Gotta figure out which emoji we're gonna replace. I think we're gonna replace the Mr. Krabs violin emoji. Because I don't think anybody's really using that one. It's kind of it doesn't even look that good, because that emoji, when it's very small, you can barely see what it is. Alright, that look good? It's pretty good. I might add one more layer of thickness to that outline. Boop. Yeah, that'll probably be better. Alright, well, let's save that. Squidward wheel, perfect. Have a good one, Raisha. I mean, yeah, close enough compared to all of the other religions that exist on the world. Alright, on my computer, please. I'd like to save it as a PNG. And, nose. Oh, guys, I just worked on a really cool shot recently for the video. So, where is it? I think it's here. No, it's here. Okay, so, as you guys know, we're working on this video and we're referencing a lot of rap videos. And there's this one rap video for, I think this is, what is this? This is sicko mode. In sicko mode, there's this really cool shot where they have this effect here, and I can actually like full screen it here so you guys can see. They have this really cool shot where he stays the normal size, but everything else in his environment like scales in this cool warpy way. And so I just finished this shot, and now we've got SpongeBob doing the same. I did this in 3D, where I got a bunch of 3D models of cars and put them in front of the environment. And he's doing the F is for friends part of the song. I'm really happy with how this shot turned out. It was kind of difficult to figure out, but man, I love this shot so much. Had to show you that. Had to show you that. We're about to go ahead and start drawing the other shot. I just wanted to go ahead and do this emoji really quick. Not really quick. It took me like half an hour, but again, this is why I haven't stopped and done the emojis yet. It's just because it does take quite a bit of time to just do them. The squeal! That's completely idiotic, exactly. Alright, where did I save these? Let's go to that one, and then this one, and then this one, and then I guess we'll just call it Squid Wheel? Maybe a Squid Wheel the good one? Okay, now can I swap this out now? I wonder if we can swap it out live. Last chance, using the sad emoji, the squeal! I could call it the squeal. I wonder if I can change it out while we're streaming. Do you think the emoji's gonna like live change? We'll find out soon. Alright, I don't know if I can even do it. It might not let me. We'll find out soon. YouTube Studio. Where is my stuff? Boo, boo, boo. Memberships? I should be able to edit the membership stuff here. Okay, here we go. So I can edit. By the way, they give me the option to make badges for 3 years and 4 years of membership. I'll add those later whenever we get to that point, because oh boy, is that way too far from now to worry about. Our gold, you know, 24-month badge is probably as high as we need it to be. Emoji. We need 4 more members to add a 7th emoji. All right, we're gonna swap out the sad. Goodbye, sad emoji. All right, edit the emoji, replace the image. We're doing it live. Desktop. Let's go to. Let's see if it even looks good. I hope it actually looks good. It might not look good. I might need to adjust the colors and make the wheel brighter. We'll call it squeal. With no, that's no, okay. All right, save and publish. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm still able to currently type in a sad. Oh, it has an invalid emoji. Maybe if I refresh the page, it'll now have the updated emoji. I was actually trying to type in the sad and it wouldn't let me. Okay, here we go. Do we have squeal? We have squeal. I think I need to adjust the colors. It kind of is hard to see what's going on in that emoji. What do you guys think? Is it good? Or is it just so tiny it's hard to tell what's going on there? I do like the wheel though. Look how cool that like the circle with a bunch of colors on it looks really good for an emoji. Is it amazing? Okay, great. We have Squidward wheel emoji. Perfect. Oh, hey, it's actually giving me a warning. Yeah, it is every half an hour. So ads are going to be played in 30 seconds. And I can actually intentionally skip the ads. That is cool. All right, I'm going to try this actually. I'm just going to press the skip ads button. We're not going to play ads right now. I pressed the button. You guys should not get ads here. I'm really happy that the YouTube automatic ads is working exactly like I wanted it to. It's exactly what I wanted. Like, it plays every half an hour, but I can skip it if I want to. That's perfect. You couldn't ask for a better system. I wish it gave me a little sound notification though, because I only accidentally noticed it. There's a little like icon on my YouTube studio thing. So I wish it gave me an audio icon, because I'm pretty sure if I was playing a video game, I'd want to know when the ad is happening so I could like choose at that point whether it was gonna play or not. I could, well, if it's every half an hour, I could just put an alarm on my phone, I guess. Okay. As you can see. Alright, well, let's go ahead and draw the wonderful meme here. We've got... Boop, 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 doo, 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 doo. Did I freeze? SpongeGar? SpongeGar is a good meme. I'll work on more stickers a little later on. Stickers, they're called emojis. What happened to Andrew? He's still living well. He lives with my parents still at the moment. He's currently in college, going for a medical career, which is, I'm super proud of him. He's done really well, and he's done really well with his testing and all that stuff. Like he's learning about, you know, all the crazy names of every single like muscle and part of the body and everything. Squeal forever. I'm glad you like that emoji. It's a good one. I mean, I feel like I can maybe add a little bit more darkness to the line work of his face, because his face is kind of disappearing. So if there's one thing that I would improve, is I would redraw over his like eyes and stuff and make that a little bit more visible. But yeah, it is a good emoji. Nursing, I'm pretty sure, is what he's going in for. But he also was considering doing EMT stuff, you know, like emergency, you know, stuff like that. And he actually did a couple of ride-alongs with ambulances previously, which was intense. He's told me the stories that I will not tell because they're intense, as you might expect. Ambulances kind of see the worst situations that exist in your local environment. Oh, wrong folder. Went to Cosmic Shake. Alright, so I already prepared previs. No, not previs. It's under reference files. Alright. So I need to decide how we're going to put Plankton at an equal footing to SpongeBob in this shot. Because, as, you know, in the original shot, we've got two human people. Compared to the fact that we're going to have, like, Plankton be here confused and SpongeBob's the one who's, like, telling him what's going on. Oh, maybe not. The fact that he rotates a lot. This is a hard rotation to do for SpongeBob. So I think actually Plankton is going to be the one over here telling him what's going on. And I think SpongeBob's going to be the one who's like, oh. Because the guy on the right doesn't change at all. He's always facing the camera. That's way easier to do with SpongeBob. Plankton is a lot easier to do this rotation with, because you can just move the eye to the side. Our weather is really good. We've had actually a couple of rainy days, but right now it's a very clear day. Which is good because I'm going to be out of the house all day, basically. Is it cold, though? Okay, well, then I'll have to... it's a clear day, but cold. Gosh, I keep getting these notifications from one of my financial apps about how banks are, like, closing down. And in my head, I'm just like, let's please not have a recession. I don't think a YouTuber career is maybe the most recession-proof. Please, government, do something. All these banks failing are, like, giving me the heebie-jeebies. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring in our character models. Hey, Weird Dog, welcome. The first thing you missed is we actually just did, I just made a new emoji for the stream chat. We've made a Squidward wheel emoji, which I think I want to adjust to make the face a little bit more distinctive, but without, you know, worrying about that, we now have a new Squidward emoji for Squidward wheel. And I love it. It accidentally looks like it's like a religious icon with the whole like halo around his head. It's awesome. It also, I think it's funny that when it's so small, you can't see, like, Squidward is normally doing the like face, but with it that tiny, it kind of looks like he could do any emoji. It kind of just looks like he's almost like not sure what's going on. So you could just use that as an emotion emoji. Which is, I guess, the root of the word emoji. Plankton, yeah, I think Plankton standing on something might work well. I mean, they're in, like, an Apple store, or a parody of an Apple store, so he could just You could be standing on an apple. No. You could be standing on a different. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Otis. I went through that myself when I was younger, and it's a tough thing to go through. But there's it happens a lot in our current day, our current world and current America. That's kind of a very common thing that unfortunately happens. But I know how that feels. I know how that feels. So you're not alone in that feeling. There are many people, and you'll work through it. It's tough. That's definitely a tough thing to go through. So, but hey, I know how that felt. Oh, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab our character models. Sorry, I can't delve on that further. It's always tough to. Actually, it's interesting. This is an interesting thing that I've worked through as being a streamer. Is oh, okay. So one of my friends had that similar situation. Yeah. So Thunder, one of my friends, I actually talked to one of my friends recently, and they have a similar situation to that, and that's a very different thing. It's a very different thing, like, because your life kind of is lived with like, that's just what life is, and so it's different. It's a different kind of, it's tough. So this is what like, being a streamer, serious topics come up every so often, especially when, like, chat will be like, yo, did you know this celebrity died recently, or this YouTuber died recently? It's like, it's always tough as a streamer to know, like, man, you know, we're having a good time, and it's like, well, I should give some responsibility to this. I got the responsibility of being the person talking, like, how do I do it and talk about it with you know, the respect it requires, but also say the right things, you know? Like, I want to encourage you guys when we're talking about sad topics. That's always where my heart goes, my heart goes to the encouragement you can get. Okay, we've gotten, there's no way, this sounds like, yep, it's like a copyrighted song. We've gotten out of the playlist. Here. I'm talking about something emotional, and we got, like, dubstep in the background. The beat drops. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, wait. Let's go to lo-fi. I think that'll be. We're a pretty chill morning today. But yeah, this is something that I've still. I've been working through, like what do I do? You know, and I'm still learning what it's like to be a streamer and to actually talk to an audience compared to just my regular YouTube channel is not what most YouTube channels are. Most YouTube channels are people talking to an audience. But with our animations, we're making story content. So it's very different to make story content to go to, you know, hey, I'm talking to an audience now with the streaming and with gaming and whatnot. So yeah, when serious topics come up, I'm still figuring out what I do. What's my method of going about that? Because I think ignoring it entirely, there's a good element to it, but there's also a bad element. You don't want to ignore every bad thing that happens. If in the past you've seen me ignore tough topics, it's because I just simply didn't know what to say about them. That's the simple truth. Is sometimes I'll ignore topics just because I don't have the right thing to say, and I haven't thought through yet. I try my best when streaming to not just start talking, about something I have no knowledge about. And so you'll see that serious topics like that I actually have more knowledge about, I'm much more comfortable talking about, and at the minimum attempting to give some sort of comfort and encouragement. Because, you know, hey, I do have a responsibility as a streamer, and as a responsibility as a person that people are tuning into, that I got to pay attention to that kind of, those things that are going on. And doing a great job. Well, thank you for all the encouragement there. Maybe you should show the YouTube playlist. Yeah, which playlist do you mean? I do have a music playlist, but it doesn't include this music. I have a music playlist that includes all of the songs from video games that I use. I could add some of these songs to that playlist if you guys wanted, but yeah, I don't have these songs in this playlist. These songs are all made by a streamer. There was a streamer who straight up made music for other streamers to use. He was a musician. He's like, hey, it's really hard to get music that you can use on stream that's copyright free. And so he just, the mad lad, the absolute Chad of a person. What's his actual YouTube name? I mean, you can tell that. So his name is Harris Heller, and he had Stream Beats by Harris Heller. What's his actual YouTube name? I forget his actual YouTube name. He's actually got a couple of YouTube channels, but he's awesome. Yeah. So the stream music playlist is on the streaming channel. Actually, it should be pretty easily accessible if I go to the JChaseFilms channel. We should be able to go into down below. Okay, I don't have it on the main page, but it should be in playlists. It's not on my liked ones. Yeah, stream music is right here. I should go ahead and put that maybe on the main page. But yeah, we have 112 songs in there currently. What is it, Jax? What's going on? I think Green Hills might be one of them. Yeah, you guys have been introducing me to more and more Sonic music, and it's been really good music. I've been really enjoying the Sonic songs. Alright, here we go. So, let's open up SpongeBob. No, I don't want to replace it. Oh, why are we saving as? Oh, I thought I was opening a file. We're actually saving as right now. Project. It's been a while since we listened to this playlist. This is the lo-fi, and I haven't listened to this in a while. This is good stuff. Alright, so Adobe Animate, let's save this here, and we'll save it as, I think this is shot 15 or 16. What is it? I just opened up the file. This is 15. Steak and Shake. Yes, we have Steak and Shakes near us as well. Steak and Shake has an issue. I have an issue with Steak and Shake, and it's this. Their simple burgers are amazing. If you just get, you know, a simple patty cheese and maybe tomato lettuce and stuff, oh, one of the greater American burgers. But if you get their crazier burgers that seem cooler on the menu, like I get like I saw their menu, they got like the garlic butter burger, and it sounds amazing. It sounds like the most fast foody thing ever. But then you get it, and it's kind of gross. It's too much butter. It's too much garlic. Like it's just soaked in it, and it's just nothing but grease. And I need to stop getting those. I need to go back to buying only the regular burgers, because the regular ones are good. But I would get like the garlic butter thing, and I would eat half of it, and my stomach would start getting upset. It tasted good, but it's like it was way too much. It was way too much for me. Yeah, I love their simple burgers though. Their simple burgers are some of the. It's back to your classic American burger basically. McDonald's is good too. McDonald's is really good at having the exact same flavor no matter where you go in the world. Like you can go to a McDonald's in another country, and their food supply chain and their instructions make it to where a Big Mac is a Big Mac is a Big Mac, unless you're in a country where it's like culturally they don't eat cows, which is interesting. Did you guys know this? McDonald's in the countries where I forget which religion it is, but there's the religion where cows are sacred, where you don't want to kill or eat cows. And so in those countries, they actually have chicken or fish versions of the Big Mac. So you can actually have a fish Big Mac in those countries at a McDonald's. You go to like a corporate McDonald's. It's like a branded thing. I love that. The isolated menu items that McDonald's has for other countries is super interesting to me. You know, like for being a global company. That stuff is so cool. A fish Mac, yeah. What are the other cool... Okay, now I know this is another offshoot, but... Cool McDonald's items from around the world. This article is written in such an America-centric way. This is 35 bizarre McDonald's items. Okay, we can tell that you live in America and you think America is the center of the world. Cool, go you. Bacon, macaroni, and cheese toasty. I want to know where it's from, though. Okay, Hong Kong. Oh, but not currently. So that was originally in Hong Kong. The ham and egg. Ooh, that's definitely, yeah, Hong Kong. Cool, cool. Yeah, the chicken and egg burger. Hong Kong. Are all these from Hong Kong? Yeah, what? Okay, wait. This entire article is just written about Hong Kong. Iced milk tea. Well, that's just putting milk in tea. That's like something that a lot of countries do. The McFloat is awesome, though. Why are all of these in Hong Kong? Okay, Italy, tomato and mozzarella turnovers. That's cool. The gratin croquette, Japan seasonally. Whoa, that's cool. I don't know if I'm spelling gratin correct. I actually don't know how to spell gratin. Poutine, Canada. Right, that's fries in gravy and cheese curds. That's just a Canadian dish. That's interesting. Gravy and fries. It has to work, right? We put gravy on potatoes, so it's like that's gotta actually taste good. Mashed potato burger? In China. Interesting. They just put mashed potato on the burger. Banana shake, that just sounds good. Why would that not be a thing everywhere? It just sounds good. Also, Dang Dog, thank you for the $2 donation. Are you planning on doing a South Park in real life sequel? No, not anytime soon, no. I might end up making references to some of those other videos at some point in like a SpongeBob in real life, but yeah, those videos did not do well enough to warrant... this song is too trippy for my... In fact, I think we need to skip a couple in this. All the ones with this album art, I think are... Oh, this one's a good one. Yeah, Minions. What is this? Italy. It's a type of chocolate McFlurry. Okay, that's cool. The McLobster in Canada? Previously. Oh my gosh, that's way too fancy. I can't believe there was ever lobster served at McDonald's. The Cadbury Cream Egg McFlurry. The McChicken Mozzarella. That looks amazing. I want that. Korea? Why do they get the cool stuff? That looks awesome. I'm just gonna have to buy a McChicken now and put some mozzarella sticks and, like, sauce on it. That sounds amazing. I mean, that's basically just a, what is the, like, chicken Alfredo, kind of, almost? It's kind of a chicken Alfredo, but that's funny. Cordon Bleu burger. Perfect. That was in Poland. The bacon roll in the United Kingdom. Black and white burgers in China. That's hilarious. The pizza McPuff. They called it the McPuff. Perfect. The bagel. Oh, fun. McRice burger. Interesting. Nutella. Interesting. Yeah, so there's a lot of interesting things out there. And that's what I love. It's but with the exception of these cool, like, localized menu items, with the exception of those, a burger is a burger is a burger. Like, their main McDonald's burgers taste the same everywhere. But my favorite food to get is the Big Mac. My favorite McDonald's is the Big Mac. It's just, their Big Mac sauce is wonderful. There's a wonderful, very specific saltiness to McDonald's that a lot of other restaurants don't necessarily do, which I'm happy they don't, because let's be honest, if I want McDonald's, I want McDonald's. But if I want a burger, I'll go to somewhere else. If I want like a good dinner burger, I'll go to like a sit-down restaurant. But if I want McDonald's, it's like, that's because I want a super salty, I want my fast food. Ooh, cake or pie? I used to be cake. I was way more, like when I was a kid, I would want to have like the chocolate cake and all that stuff. Current day though, modern day, I'm much more pie. I love sweet, like, fruit fillings more than anything else. Yeah, pie is good. Pie is tasty. I really like that my local, like, Walmarts recently have been selling these, like, discount 75-cent tiny pies. It's like a single slice almost for 75 cents. And so I'd buy, like, one or two of them, and then in the week I've got a couple desserts, and I can just put them in the oven, and then boom, I've got one slice of pie. It's so nice. For 75 cents. It feels very fun. It feels like the old days, you know, when you'd go and buy a loaf of bread for 25 cents. It feels fun to have something that's less than $1. Even though it's a tiny amount, you know, it makes sense why it's less than $1. Alright, open up the character... Oh, wait, wrong one. Wrong one. Talking about food is getting me hungry, unfortunately. Because I, again, ate half a bowl of cereal. Oh. You wish you were me because I like pie? That's the last context I got from you. Pumpkin pie you don't like. Actually, you know what's funny? This is hilarious. Is pumpkin pie was the first pie I liked as a kid. When I was still into cake, pumpkin pie was one of my favorites. Which is funny though, because now modern day, I still like pumpkin pie, but pumpkin pie is maybe one of my less favorites of pies. You know what's a really good kind of pie that's like different from all the other ones you're thinking of is key lime pie. Key lime pie is really good. I have very little of it in my life. And I think it's good that way. I think it's a better flavor to enjoy seldom. That sour flavor is powerful. Alright, Plankton, open that up. And just about to open that up. You only eat Burger King? Burger King was also, when I was younger, Burger King I liked way more than McDonald's, and my wife, Katrina, will... She used to argue with me when we first met in college about that, because I was still a Burger King fan at that point. But yeah, so today I eat more McDonald's than I do Burger King because I just don't eat Burger King. I don't know the last time it is that I ate Burger King. I eat McDonald's maybe once a month, and then Burger King I eat none. But yeah, I used to like Burger King way more. McDonald's always had, out of all of the burger shops, McDonald's has the best chicken. It's kind of crazy how they do that. They have like really non-offensive chicken. It's like their chicken is really tasty all around. And they also put a good amount of mayo on their chicken sandwiches. A lot of other restaurants won't put enough mayo, and it's then just a really dry sandwich. But the best chicken sandwich by far is Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, especially their sauce. Chick-fil-A sauce is like my favorite restaurant sauce. My second favorite restaurant sauce is also a chicken place, is Zaxby's sauce. They're totally different. Chick-fil-A is sweet. Zaxby's is savory. But yeah, those are my two favorite sauces, and then my third favorite would probably be Burger King sauce. Although, maybe Burger King... Sorry, not Burger King. I meant to say McDonald's. What is the cat doing? Chilling. Looking out at the window. Plenty of wonderful things to look at. Probably birds and animals. I mean, with springtime coming, you've got like all these animals coming back into the backyard and enjoying the world. But yeah, top sauces. Chick-fil-A sauce is number one. Ooh, I should do a stream where I just rank, like... Oh, that'd be fun. Would you guys want to see a... we could just do a stream where we rank, like, fast food restaurants and stuff. It'd be cool if I could, like, buy a bunch of, you know, like, the main dishes from different restaurants, try them, and then rank them on the list after doing that. That could be pretty fun. I've never tried any of the vegetable burgers. The Impossible Burgers, or whatever they call them. I've never tried those. I assume they're good. I assume they just taste... I assume they use these same seasonings, and so it probably tastes insanely comparable. I've just never tried it. Alright, we should probably use the 3/4 SpongeBob here. But yeah, top sauces. Chick-fil-A number one. Yum Yum sauce from, like... hibachi restaurants is number two. And then Zaxby's sauce is probably number three. And then number four is McDonald's sauce. And every other sauce falls behind that. Although one type of sauce that I actually do on my own that isn't a restaurant type of sauce. It's a sauce that I will do on my own with just regular, like, you know, store-bought sauces. Is I like eating chicken with both barbecue and ranch at the same time. So I will actually have like a pile of barbecue and would you call it a pile, or would you call it like a pool? I have a puddle of ranch, a puddle of barbecue sauce, and instead of mixing them together, I don't want to just mix the sauces together, but I'll actually take the chicken and dip it into both at the same time. So it's still got both on it, but I like the flavors being distinctive. I'm super weird, guys, but I like having the ranch flavor come out distinctively, but also the barbecue sweetness come out distinctively. Creepiest fast food mascot? That's tough. Creepiest fast food mascot. The Happy Meal mascot? Maybe. Probably Chuck E. Cheese. Mr. Chuck and Cheddar. He's I think the creepiest one, which is kind of obvious as he inspired the entirety of Five Nights at Freddy's, so. Ronald McDonald, kind of creepy, but not as creepy, I don't think. If you're scared of clowns, he has to be the creepiest, I would imagine. But I never had that fear of clowns, so... Oh, should I have him flipped this? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I should probably have SpongeBob flipped this way, but just looking in the opposite direction. Yeah, that looks good. I like how this music sounds like it was made in, like... This is so funny. It sounds like kind of 90s music. It's like, welcome to the Family Channel. Today, we'll be watching Bob Ross. Was that 90s? Was that 80s? Might have been 80s. YouTubers do a lot of things. Mr. Chucky Cheddar. My opinion on KFC. I actually don't like KFC. I have a lot of problem with greasy foods, which is why, again, I had the problem with what we were just recently talking about. the other restaurant, the burger restaurant, I had a problem with their greasier items. So KFC, almost all of their chicken, you can't really get non-greasy chicken from them unless they have rotisserie, or not rotisserie, grilled. I don't know if they have grilled chicken there. I never got it though. You go to KFC for the fried chicken, but it's just too greasy for me. I did like its flavor though as a kid, but I haven't gone to KFC in a very long time. In a very, very long time. Their biscuits are super good though. KFC biscuits are awesome. I will say though, Popeye's chicken. I had a lot of Popeye's chicken in college because they had a Popeye's chicken on campus. I enjoyed Popeye's chicken. Popeye's chicken was better than KFC for the chicken and the biscuits. The biscuits were better. Popeye's chicken at college is actually how I started doing mixing ranch and barbecue. In fact, it was my first day on campus, actually. My first day on campus, I wanted to try out the restaurants on campus because I'm like, I've never done college. I'm here college first time. I want to try one of the restaurants. And so I went to the Popeye's Chicken. It was also one of my first time going to Popeye's Chicken. I never went to Popeye's Chicken before college. And I got their thing, and I'm like, oh, what sauces do they have? I don't even know what I'm going to... So I got the ranch and the barbecue because I didn't know which one I'd want. And then I mixed them together. And so boom! My favorite type of sauce combination was created on my first day at college. It was really before classes started. It was like my preview day where we went around the campus and they introduced us to what the college campus was like. Yeah, that's when I got into that. Wendy's is good. Wendy's again has the grease issue for me. But maybe twice a year I'll just buck up and be like, I'm gonna handle the grease because I want my Baconator. Their Baconator is so good. I think I have gone to Wendy's more often for their ice cream though. Their ice cream is really good, and so I'll go to them for ice cream and kind of not get anything else. Yeah, but their Baconators, I really like their grease. Hey, I do remember watching the Super Size movie. Oh my gosh, do they make you guys watch Super Size Me in elementary school? They made us watch it. It was actually in my, I think it was a health class or gym class. Like back in middle school, gym class, I think. We watched, we had a movie week where we watched Super Size Me as part of gym class. Like, it was in between all your normal gym class stuff, but they were just like, hey, this is a health thing, you have to know about it. Yeah, in 8th grade! Yes! You've never watched Super Size Me. Super Size Me, I feel like, is an American classic movie. There's something about it that's like so... It's the American classic documentary. Name a more popular documentary outside of nature documentaries. I don't know of a more well-known name of a documentary outside of Super Size Me. That is a very... Hey, Wannathon, welcome to the stream. The only main thing you missed, we've started working on this, but you missed... I made a Squidward art wheel emoji. Boop. And there you go. So we now have a Squidward art wheel emoji. It replaced the violin Mr. Krabs hand emoji. So yeah, that's yeah, I feel like that was such a classic, and I mean it went about the way you'd expect, right? Like, fast food was not designed to be eaten for every meal of your life. If I can find it on Spotify, I actually like that idea. Let me see, Gravity Falls, Lo-Fi. If it exists on, yeah, there's a couple of them. I mean, I'm gonna pick Vigudo or El Dre. I don't know which one I should. There's multiple of these. There's a lot of people who have done different versions of them. Do you know the artist you want me to play it on? I'm gonna play it on Spotify. El Dre. Yeah, he's the first one who comes up, so he might be the best. Here, let me add him to the queue, and then we'll stay on our playlist as I do it. Boo-doo-doo-doo. All right. He's just like, but what? All right, so there's not many frames in this. I think what we're going to do is just go ahead and, like... It's a good meme. I love that this became a meme, and it's only because of this project that I finally saw the original of what this meme got started with. Oh. The one part of Super Tight we showed the guy throw up in the parking lot. Well, yeah, it's gross, but it's also like it's a sign of why you shouldn't eat fast food for every single meal. Who would know, right? It's like unsurprising, but it's also, it was cool to see the very specific application. Man, it's been so long since I saw Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls was a great show back in the day. All right, I think we're gonna have to draw some custom hands because this is a very odd hand that we're doing here. So let's go ahead and let's get some drawing put in here. Do 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 do. All right. So this is an interesting hand because he's like kind of. It's probably okay. Man, it's gonna be really tough drawing SpongeBob's hand in this pose. Something like that for the thumb. Yeah, it looks pretty good for the thumb. I don't like that finger though. Here. This is tough. Is this lo-fi will be in the playlist for the future stream? Yeah, well, so I've got these different playlists, and I just don't often play this one. So I play this one normally on art streams. This kind of playlist is really nice and relaxing for art streams, but it's not great for like other streams for like gaming or something. Hey Marshmallow, welcome. And Crazy Frog. We got two musicians jumped in. Maybe we should just have an open hand here. Yeah, there we go. That kind of looks good. SpongeBob's hand is really tough in these weird angles. My question is if they're... Do you think that it's... Crazy Frog, are you aware of the musician named Crazy Frog? Because there is a musician with very silly music. It'd be really funny if they were unintentionally that, and they just made the user... Because it's totally possible. Like, Crazy Frog I could see is just a username that somebody came up with because it sounds like a fun username. It's... Yes, okay, you're aware, okay. Did you name it after that? I also don't know if I've heard any of the Crazy Frog songs outside of... Is Crazy Frog... Yeah, that's the one with the... No, I'm almost confusing it with the Gummy Bear song.
No, it goes bing, bing,
Yeah.
bing,
Bing, bing, bing, bing, bing, bing, bing, bing, bing. Alright, because it's basically a play off of, What is that a play off of? Is that a play off of the, Daft Punk song, I think. Thank you.
I heard you.
Thank you. My wife has brought me a wonderful healthy snack. Got some broccoli to dip into some ranch. Thank you, honey.
The ranch.
You made the ranch.
Like 5 minutes ago.
So, Katrina has discovered how to make ranch, which you do by getting...
Difficult.
I know, but like I didn't think it was a thing that people just did. It's just, but you can buy ranch seasoning, and you can mix it with, what do you mix it with?
I mix it. The package says to mix it with sour cream, but I mix it with buttermilk and mayonnaise.
And it's so good.
Peak. And
We call it runny ranch. It's basically, it's based off of the kind of ranch that you get at pizza restaurants. That kind of ranch is effectively what we've recreated, because you can't really buy that in a bottle.
And I accidentally bought enough vegetables that I made 3 veggie trays.
Lovely. Well, I'll make sure to eat some today.
Well, we have a party, so.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Maple. What?
So today was a nice... Whoa!
Maple!
Things are falling.
Come here.
Broccoli, broccoli.
Wait. Is that gonna be good? Do you need some bread? Okay. I make bread homemade too.
So she was trying to pick up the cat, and the cat knocked over a bunch of stuff off the table, basically. Oh my goodness. The kitty is upset. You're allergic to broccoli? That's unfortunate. That's one of the, it's one of the least, like, flavorful vegetables, which makes it the easiest to eat. So, I feel for you. I feel for you, because outside of this, there's not really a lot of vegetables that, like, are, like, this is one of the more unassuming ones. Most other vegetables have a lot of distinctive flavor. Which I enjoy, by the way. I'm a very healthy eater. I'm a very everything eater. I eat healthy food, and I eat bad food, because I love both. Like, this right now is delicious. But also, you know, a greasy, like, chicken fry is also delicious. The cat eats broccoli. It's pouring outside for you. Interesting.
Interesting. There's different weather in different parts of the world. Here.
And now I have fresh baked bread.
I'm gonna start getting ready.
Yeah, I'll be ending the stream soon as well.
Oh, I mean, you're good.
Steamed broccoli is also very good. Get the good seasonings on it. So tasty. I know, it's a very odd... This is almost my lunch. It's not really, it's really a snack, but... To be honest, this has been a very nice chatting stream, more than anything else. I didn't really get any work done. But I think I'm going to probably end the stream soon, so what we're going to do is we can just keep chatting. We're going to jump to Squidward art soon, but before we do that, this has been a fun stream. I did not really get to do much work, though. I feel like this morning I just started with a different energy, so it's just like, these last few shots we have of the video are something that are a lot easier to do when I'm not trying to talk about them. It's a lot easier to just listen to music and focus and do the work. There's some shots, previous art streams, there's stuff that I've done that's a lot easier to do while I'm talking to the audience, so today I just didn't have any. I thought this shot would actually be a good one to do, but I'm like, after starting to work on it, I'm like, oh dear. It's like the way that I have to combine the character model with it, I was just about to be not easy. Better luck next time. It's all good. Well, don't worry, Wanapon. We're still here to chat and chill. I won't end it just yet. We can still go for a while. I will say, so here's what the video games we're going to play soon. The first game we're going to play this Wednesday. This Wednesday we're going to play Nicktoons Brawl. I'm excited for that. That's going to be super fun. After we play Nicktoons Brawl, the next game we're going to play is Creature from the Krusty Krab on the Wii, which means I get to plug my Wii into my computer somehow. That'll be really fun. I have to somehow be able to record the Wii and have it on stream, so that's going to be really fun. Oh yes, Wanapon, you're also a silver badge. Congratulations. You are over a month of membership. You are in your second month now. And so you now have the silver J badge. It's definitely going to be fun to see these badges change over time, and you guys will have bragging rights eventually when you finally hit the really high ranks. You are a silver badge. Because basically my idea, I wanted to have the whole regular medals, but then I'm like, wait, there's so many ranks that there's a lot of different colors. So we start off with the bronze badge, which is your intro level badge, like Jax has. Jax has the bronze badge. Then you go from bronze to silver, and then you go to colors. And so we have all the colors after that. And then we go back to the medals by having gold be the top one. So gold is currently our top one for anybody who is a member for, 2 years? If you guys are a member for 2 years, then you'll get gold badge. Congrats, yes. Because it's basically just the waiting game, getting those better badges is truly just a, hey, you gotta wait, get in early. And that's why I really wanted to make it as cheap as possible, because it's not about the money, it's more just about the, hey, how long have you been supporting? And I appreciate you guys' support so much. Potentially, I will eventually play every SpongeBob game. So that one is up for grabs. I will eventually play that one. We just recently played a Nicktoons Unite game, so I don't know if I want to jump to a Nicktoons Unite that quickly. Alright, have a good one, Crazy Frog. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so I don't know, it is a more recent Nicktoons Unite, so it might be a better version of the game. I I don't have a Wii U. I've never had a Wii U. How cheap are they to buy? It might be easier just to emulate Wii U. Wow, they're still expensive. I knew Wii U was such a underappreciated console, but it's kind of selling for almost normal console prices, which is crazy. I'm impressed by that. Right. Oh, is it not called Unite? It was Unite just that one game. I thought it was like still Nicktoons Unite, but it was specifically Battle for Volcano Island version of Unite. I do like Takis. Takis are, I don't have them too much because my poor little stomach can't handle grease, can't handle spicy, but I like spicy. I actually really like spicy despite my stomach not handling it. I love like buffalo flavor stuff. It's good. It's good. Your suit is uncomfortable. Mmm. So Tack and the Power and the Juju, yeah, Tack and the Power Juju, that was like, wasn't that a video game first, and then became a Nick show? Because I don't remember. Yeah, I think the way it went is they made a video game, but it was a Nick video game. And I remember seeing an advertisement for that game in the physical booklet for SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. I remember I had the original SpongeBob for Battle for Bikini Bottom, and in that original booklet, I think the back panel was an advertisement for this Jack game. And I'm like, what is this? I've never heard of this thing. And so like I looked it up on the internet and like saw that it was a fake game, and then like about a year later, they finally released it as a show. And I think they only had like one season of it. I don't think it did that well. Oh, dude, I watched Blue's Clues as a kid. I very much enjoyed Blue's Clues. My favorite shows when I was that young, like when we're talking about Blue's Clues age, my shows as like a toddler, you know, and young kid, Blue's Clues, The Wiggles. I watched The Wiggles a bunch. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, fantastic. Winnie the Pooh's awesome. What other kids shows did I watch? I watched Barney a little bit. I also watched. Do you guys know about what's it called? Oswald. He was a big old octopus, and he had a little wiener dog. Oswald was great. Hey Alex, welcome. What other kids shows did I watch when I was a kid? I think those are the big ones. Like VeggieTales. I watched VeggieTales as a kid a bunch. VeggieTales is classic. Me and a buddy, we were we were hanging out, and we were talking about like if you could take a car from any cartoon, like any world at all, if you could take any fictional car and have it as a real life car, which car would you pick? And we were talking about all the cool cars you could do. Like you could have the time traveling DeLorean, or you could pick like the Batmobile. Like what are the cool cars out there? And he said, no, I figured it out. My dream car is Larry's Larrymobile from from VeggieTales. And I'm like, heck yes. It would be so amazing to have a real life version of the Larrymobile. That would be fantastic. Oh yeah, and the paddy wagon, we talked about that one too. Like the paddy wagon would be hilarious to have. But the Larrymobile is such a funny shape. There's just something so hilarious about the quality of that. Your youngest cousin is finally starting to watch SpongeBob. Yeah, it's good stuff. Mario's Go-Kart. Oh, Mario's Go-Kart would be awesome to have. That would be awesome. It'd be great to have. It'd be great to have Mario's Go-Kart, but I wish it would, like, if it had the capabilities of, like, a four-wheeler, and you had, like, the four-wheeling backyard, it'd be so fun to just Mario Go-Kart around a four-wheeling, like, arena. Yeah, invisible car, you know. It'd be super fun. I do go to church, yes. Man, you guys got Sesame Street. I never watched a lot of Sesame Street as a kid. I don't think. Yeah. Most of my, like... I did do Hooked on Phonics. Like, I'm trying to think about how my parents taught me about, like, language and stuff as a kid. I remember being really young, and I had the Hooked on Phonics books. But I don't remember Sesame Street. Yeah, I had Hooked on Phonics, stuff like that. Yeah, Invisible Boatmobile would be a great, absolutely great thing. And then what were some other like fictional vehicles? Like, is there anything from video games? Because, like, fiction is so wide. You've got video games, too. So you could do... Oh, you know what? Like, imagine having, like, the Star Wars, like... the Star Wars speeder. Just being able to have a Star Wars speeder that floats around. It'd be amazing. Are you okay? We got a kitty who's sneezing so much right now. Invisible Cadillac, yeah. That's funny. Yeah, and then, because in video games you've also got stuff. Well, Mario Kart. Powerpuff Girls did a lot of references to Sesame Street. That's hilarious. Taxi Car with Dragon Wings? I mean, if that's a real... If there's a real fictional thing that has that, first off, that's awesome. You guys ever played the game Crazy Taxi? Crazy Taxi was like an arcade game. I think they still have versions of it. A background truck that carries cars? Just a semi-truck with the car trailer. Crazy Taxi is good. We went to the arcade recently. We went to Dave & Buster's, and I got to do Chrono Trigger. You know Chrono Trigger? The whole, like, little plastic gun shooting at the screen? Classic game. Love that. Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero is... I love going to an arcade and having Guitar Hero at the arcade. Like, Guitar Hero was super fun as a kid in the house. But now, I pretty much only play Guitar Hero when I see it at an arcade, and it's so fun. It makes arcades much more fun when you get to, like, relive parts of your childhood and games that you played back then. Although, I try not to think about how gross it is to put on the same, like, guitar strap that many other people are putting on, but ignoring that, it's so funny how Guitar Hero stays with you. You know, like, if you've gotten good at Guitar Hero when you played it originally, you can come back to it so many years later, and you'll play at the exact same skill level that you were basically at previously. I cannot do hard level. Once you, like... Some songs I could, if they're a slower song, then I can start jumping to that orange button. That fifth button was always the trouble. Like, you have your 4 fingers, and you have to start remembering to jump down to that other button. For slower songs, I was able to do that. Faster songs, it was impossible. I had to stay to the medium difficulty. Tekken. Yeah, I never played a whole lot of those fighting games. Fozzie dressed up as Yoda. Yeah, yeah, GameCube is a classic console there, too. Favorite board game growing up? Might be... I played a lot of Monopoly as a kid. And I actually liked it. Like, Monopoly was fun. Despite the, oh, somebody eventually leaves mentality. Monopoly was really fun. I also really liked, Life? The game of Life was fun. Yeah. We played a lot of card games as a kid as well. I really like Sequence. I really like stuff like that. There's some games I like today. Some of my modern card and board games I like the most are... Exploding Kittens is a fantastic card game. It is one of my favorite card games. Anybody here played Exploding Kittens? Exploding Kittens is super fun. Who's Miss Piggy? Oh! I forgot that that's her name. I don't think I've ever questioned what Miss Piggy's name was. Everybody else has such specific names. Kermit, you know? Fozzie. Miss Piggy. I forgot about that. Uno. Uno's a very good card game. Uno's a very good card game. The Price is Right arcade game. I've done that once. The Price is... That is a fun one. It's a long one, though. It's so hard to, like, you look at it when you're passing it in the arcade, and you're like, okay, I could play it, but I'm going to be sitting here for, like, 15 minutes. It's such a long one to play, but, like, every once in a while, it's super fun. Yeah, Uno I feel like causes more fights than Monopoly does. Monopoly, I feel like people, if they don't like Monopoly, they just won't play it. People, if they're aggressive in Uno, they will still play it and not be happy while doing it. Because Uno's a lot quicker. Monopoly is like, oh no, it's too long. I just won't play it, you know? So when you're playing Monopoly, I feel like you're playing with people who want to play anyways. It's not often. Clue! Clue is a game I pretty much never played in my life, and it's unfortunate because the more I learn about it, the more I'm like, that's a game that I like. And I've played some Clue-like games, and they're very fun. But it's like something that's totally up my alley, personality-wise. You have YouTube card games. That's fun. That's fun. I've seen those advertised. Oh, but she has a real first and last name. That's fun. Yeah. Yeah, Candyland. Pretty good. Pretty good Candyland. I also haven't played too much of that, but we did have it as a kid. Risk. Risk is a really good board game. I really like Risk. There's also a board game I've only ever been able to play once because, oh my gosh. You guys know Axis and Allies? Axis and Allies is a board game, where you play during World War II, basically, and you all have two players, and one player will play as the Axis powers, and one will play as the Allies powers. And it is so complex, and it takes so much time to play. Like, let me just Google, how long Axis and Allies? So, yeah, so Axis and Allies regularly takes 2 to 10 plus hours. And it takes normally around 10 to 30 minutes to set up the game. This game takes forever. Me and my brother got to play one game of Axis and Allies in our life so far. It did indeed take us about 30 minutes to set up the game on a table in his bedroom. This is back when I lived at my parents' house. In his bedroom, we set up a table, we set the board up, we set all the pieces up. It's a long game, that's what I'm saying. So here's what you do, right? We set up all the pieces, and then we'd play for like a couple hours. And when we got tired, we paused the game, we wrote down our scores to make sure everything was written and we wouldn't forget it. We took a picture of the board in case the table got bumped into. And then a couple days later, we came back to the table. We reminded ourselves of where we were, we looked at the board to make sure everything was in the right place, and then we continued to play the game. And so it took us like 5 different play sessions, and we got it done in a course of like a week and a half. But we just left the table in his bedroom and just tried not to bump it. But we finally finished that game. It was. Did we actually finish it? Now that I think about it, I don't know if we ever finished that game of Axis and Allies. It takes so long to play it, but it's so fun. It's one of the most like dynamic war games I've ever played. Like Risk is a very simple game. You simply have troops and of a certain number, and that's it. In Axis and Allies, you have planes, you have tanks, you have boats, you have regular foot soldiers. You have all of these different types of troops that do different things. And you can use these troops to carry other troops. So you can use planes or boats to carry foot soldiers. And then those foot soldiers can be deployed in certain specific advantageous positions. In Axis and Allies, you have basically the entirety of the Earth map for World War II. And you can control major areas, like you have got the Suez Canal. That's a major location for boats to travel through around the Europe and, area, Europe and Africa area. And if you control both sides of the Suez Canal, you control it, and the other player can't go through the canal. They have full control over it, and that's a huge, limitation to prevent your soldiers from getting certain places. And it's like, there's so much complexity to the game. There's a reason why it takes 10 hours to do. Yeah, let's hope that we don't end up having board games for World War III. That'd be... that eventually means that World War III happened to have happened. There is an online version. Actually, recently, the Steam sale, I just bought I bought Axis and Allies on Steam sale, and I bought a copy for my brother. And I gifted it to him on Steam, because I want to play it again with him. And I think the internet version is going to be better, because we don't have to worry about bumping a table. So, yes, I did recently buy the digital version of Axis and Allies, and a copy for him. So, hope I get to play that again soon. I have to relearn the rules because there's so many rules. I don't still have Pizza Tower. It was very fun, but it was a game that I knew that I would not play on my own time, I don't think. It just didn't line up with the kind of games I play on my own time. So it was fun though. I do like it as a concept, and it might be something that I might watch other people play. But yeah, I did return that game. Pac-Man is my favorite arcade game. Without a doubt, Pac-Man is my arcade game. I love Pac-Man. We have an arcade machine in our house. And Pac-Man is my favorite game to play on it. I don't play on the arcade machine all that often. I kind of only do it during when we have people hanging out with us. Grand Theft Auto is a big series. I played a lot of different of the Grand Theft Auto games. My first one was actually Vice City, and that was by accident because I was actually pretty young, and I had a family member who had Grand Theft Auto Vice City on his PlayStation, and my parents didn't know that I was playing it. But that was one of my first ones that I played. And that's an old school game. I've recently returned to that game. Like last year I played some more Vice City with emulation. And, you know, growing up in the time when graphics was bad, returning to it now as an adult, it's not that big of a deal. I feel like kids these days are a lot... No, I can't believe I just said that phrase. I just said the phrase. I know it. Go ahead and make fun of me. I just said kids these days. But I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna stay with it. Kids these days are used to modern graphics, and I think that unfortunately makes them where they never will return to older games like, you know, Crash Bandicoot, you know, older Super Mario games like Super Mario 64. There's some classic games that don't have good graphics. They have stylistic graphics. That's a good thing. I think when you had that age where graphics were worse, the art department for video games had to be more creative with the technical limitation to still make things look good. And what I love about Vice City is they have the mitten hands. Instead of having individually modeled fingers, their hand is like the palm. The four fingers were all one giant polygon, and then the thumb. They just had these big mittens, and it was so funny. Maybe there's more of an appreciation for old games than I take credit for. Maybe kids these days are playing older games. And you know what? Maybe also games like Minecraft are helping keeping old graphics prevalent. So maybe I'm actually just being a bit too much of an old timer and not giving kids credit that they deserve. So if there's a good quality of kids who are actually, or good number of kids who are playing older games, then that's awesome, because there's so many great games that a lot of modern games pay too much attention to graphics at the expense of story or gameplay. And then those are the games that get played for like a month or so, and then they're not played anymore. Yes, the Mario and Luigi series is a good series. I like that series. Hey, Marge. Yeah, pixel games are kind of timeless. 2D pixel games, like Pokemon, it's so stylistic that it's timeless. Older 3D, I think really older 3D that's trying to be realistic, right? But not even. Yeah, it can turn them off, but like, man, I still right now, the old game that I continuously return to right now is Burnout 2. Burnout 2 is one of my favorite games from my childhood. It's basically just a game where it's a racing game where the point of the game is to crash as much as possible. I love it. Like, it's the game where you want to veer off and hit the other cars, and then there's awesome... Let me show you a gameplay trailer for Burnout 2. It also has an amazing soundtrack. I'm gonna probably have to mute it for copyright reasons. Oh my gosh, look at the pixels in this image. Like, oh my gosh, a Criterion game. This is the quality of the trailer back in the day, which that's even higher quality than the real game was. But so like the whole game was all about crashing your car over and over, and like the game's music is played through a radio that has it's done by this radio announcer who's like the most like hilariously edgy like early 2000s kind of radio kind of personality. It's so funny. His name was DJ something. What was his name? It was Crash FM. The radio channel was called Crash FM. The visuals for this won't get copyrighted. I just muted the audio. This game is so good. I still play this to this day. I played it, the last time I played it was maybe about 4 weeks ago. But I'm still playing this game, and it's super arcadey. The controls are very oh, I'm not even showing you the trailer. I forgot that I wasn't. Okay, well, whatever. I closed it, sorry. You guys can look it up on your own. I've never played any of the Red Dead Redemptions. My brother has played both, and he likes them. I've only played Grand Theft Autos. I play. I have so. Grand Theft Auto 5 is the one I played the most of, and I've gotten so bored of it. Like, I can never return to Grand Theft Auto 5 for a long time, I don't think, just because it's so... I'm tired of it. When Grand Theft Auto 5 first came out, I wasn't able to buy it for myself because my parents they were responsible parents. They were saying, hey, even though you're a teenager, you shouldn't be playing that game, and so, which is a responsible thing to say. They're not wrong. But being an adult now, I'm like, well... I think a lot of things like that, yes, if it's an M-rated game, you should be an adult before you play it, because only adults can really discern the difference between what's right and wrong. I, as a modern adult, can play that game and know that there's a difference between this fictional thing and trying to do it in the real world. Kids don't know that. And the amount of kids that play Grand Theft Auto is disappointing. Like, on launch day of Grand Theft Auto 5, or at least for the Grand Theft Auto 5, like, online... There's like, you got the kids in the voice chat, like, with their squeaking voice, and like, what are you doing? Why are you online? Like, any parent who lets their kid play Grand Theft Auto online, where there's other adults playing it, and they can be voice chatting with adults, blows my mind. Blows my mind. But yeah, I have watched a full playthrough of Grand Theft Auto 5 as a teenager, and then eventually I bought the game for myself, and I played through a full playthrough of the game twice. So I've seen the full story of that game 3 times. I could, like, summarize the story for you right now just because of how familiar I am with it. And I'm so tired of it. And so actually recently, like last year, I was like, I'm so bored of GTA 5, I want to play a different game. But I was excited for GTA 6 because there was the giant leak. I think that was actually earlier this year. There was a huge leak. Which made me re-interested in GTA, but I'm like, I don't want to play GTA 5, but I'm interested in GTA right now. So I actually bought GTA 4. GTA 4 is actually really good, comparatively. It does a lot of things that are different. The physics engine in GTA 4 is really fun. It's way better, in my opinion, than GTA 5, because GTA 5 kind of just... The ragdolls are very loose and feel like they have zero physics. In GTA 4, things feel like they are heavy. So, like, when you fly around or hit things, it's like things actually feel like they have weight, and there's something very fun about that. I didn't finish GTA 4 though. I kind of stopped playing it after I started playing a different game, and I kind of only play one game at a time, so if something else grabs my attention, I kind of stop playing whatever game I'm playing. I want to finish GTA 4 though, because I actually already know how the story ends, but I want to finish it. I always love the mobster stuff. The mobster storylines are fun. It's such a simple formula too. Like, the formula of every GTA game is... You're a criminal, but you do something bad to the wrong person, and now you owe them a lot of money. And so the start of the game is always you repaying them back, and then the end of the game is always now you're actually in charge of a giant criminal organization. Like, that's every GTA. Almost every single GTA is that exact story. You did something wrong to the wrong person, you owe them a lot of money, and then eventually you're in a lot of power. But it's a very, like, it's a simple formula, but there's a reason it works, is because it's the ultimate, like, I mean, if you think about movies, that's kind of the simple formula for a lot of movies, too. And that's just good drama. Good drama is a character gets into a difficult situation and has to get out of it. So, like, I'm thinking about, like, yeah, most movie, every single movie has, any good movie has a good kind of drama like that. Yeah, the South Park video games are something I'll probably never play. I've only ever seen, like, 4 episodes of South Park, and that was, I only watched them to research it for the sake of making the South Park in real life. I don't watch South Park on my own, so yeah, South Park in real life was only made because I was trying to make videos that weren't made for kids, because I was worried it was a troubling time with the whole environment around that. I've never played any Sonic game. I really want to. We're gonna eventually play a Sonic game on stream. But no, I've never played a Sonic game. Actually, well, that's not true. The only Sonic game I've ever played was on one of the McDonald's play places they used to have. Okay, I need to end the stream soon. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the Squidward wheel. This has been a good stream, guys. Thanks for being here. But I do have things I gotta do today. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the wheel. For those of you who are YouTube members, go ahead. Use the Squidward wheel emojis, because it's time! Squidward wheel time. Here we go. Oh no! Oh no! It's a Rickroll! Oh, here, let me change. I was gonna change the playlist to, somebody asked to do SpongeBob music. I can at least do SpongeBob video game music. I think I've changed my mind. When I was playing Cosmic Shake originally, I thought it was like the best SpongeBob game. But now having done the 100% playthrough of that game and speedrun it multiple times, I think I've changed my mind. I still think Battle for Bikini Bottom is the best one. It's just so good. You've never heard of Rickroll? Have you heard of being coconut mauled? Do you know that video where it's like, you've just been coconut mauled? Are you aware of that meme? I'm trying to see if there's any meme like Rickroll that I can explain what a Rickroll is. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What other ones? What other prank videos are there? Can everybody tell me what the prank videos are in chat that like are similar to that idea? Ooh, there's also there was the cricket meme. The cricket that like spun around in a circle and it had that meme. Or no, you've been stick bugged. Where it was a video that was just, it would be any random, yeah, stick bug, exactly. The random video, and then like a bunch of lines would show up on it, but then the lines would rearrange into a stick bug. Did you see those? Or have you just been never pranked on the internet? You're so lucky. The Cinnamon Challenge. When did the Cinnamon Challenge happen? 2001? But it increased in popularity in 2007. Peaking abruptly in 2012. Yeah, 2012 is like... Yeah, I think I found out about this. The Cinnamon Challenge, I think, was the most popular in 2012, and that's where I remember it from. SpongeBob Cosmic Shake is not quite an open world game. It's a level platformer. It's like Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey isn't an open world game. Open world, I think, assumes that you've got... I don't know. Hard to describe. It's not all open, though. Things are locked off to you at the start, right? Like, which still can happen in an open world game, but Breath of the Wild is an example of maybe the one, like, open world game that's open from you from the start. At the beginning of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you can go literally anywhere in the whole map, and the only limitation you have is your own player skill. Yeah, no, Cinnamon Challenge, most challenges were dumb. People liked doing them because it was dumb and interesting to see people do dumb things. The Ice Bucket Challenge, although it had a good cause behind it, which I don't even remember what the cause was. Was it Alzheimer's? What was the cause behind... what was the cause behind the Ice Bucket Challenge? I don't even remember. But everybody did it just because, oh, it's fun to see people react to being uncomfortable. That's it. Or people eating, like, ghost peppers. I would never do that. I think I might have done the Ice Challenge back in the day. The Ice Bucket Challenge. But I would never just, like, sit and eat a ghost pepper and take that level of pain. If I did, I wouldn't swallow the ghost pepper. I could take the pain in my mouth, but I would not want to have my stomach be upset. My stomach already gets upset with spicy things and grease all the time. I would be happy with, like, not having that from a ghost pepper, please. That has to be the worst. ALS, thank you. That's what it was. I knew it started with an A, and that's where I was like, Yeah, it got those views. It absolutely did. Alright. Timer, let's go. Yes. We'll just see what I can do with the Rickroll. I might even combine some of the other memes in it and just be like, yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have Squidward in a Rickroll outfit, holding a stick bug, and he's gonna say, "You just got coconut mauled." All of them together. Do 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 do. We've already done the Ohio. The Ohio meme is the most, like, I just don't follow that meme out of all of the other memes. I should probably pull up a Rickroll image, which is hilarious. I'm just Rickrolling myself as research. Yeah, he's such a very particular... He's so young. He looks like Drake Bell. I've actually not even seen the original Rickroll in a while. The last time I saw anything about it was like I saw him actually talking, like an interview with him about what he thought about Rickroll and why that one song, Never Gonna Give You Up, was so popular. It was cool. It was a cool interview. All right. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh, no, that's not what I want. Can I just, like, have the eyebrow barely graze over the eye? There we go. Something like that. Perfect. Take a random shot of the live stream and replace you with Squidward. Oh, have a good one, Robert. Oh my gosh, that's really funny. Squidward. Squidward the streamer. That's really funny. Should I give him the hair? Gosh, why? His head shape is always the hardest thing to get the size just right. Okay, giving him the hair. Sounds good. So let's just do a very sharp line for where the hair should be. He doesn't have ears, so this just goes back off like this. I wish I did overdrawing mode here. Let me go back to overdrawing. And then we've got the hair, and it goes like, ooh. Something like that. Oh, that line was not connected. Poster of the bootleg SpongeBob movie of the weird sci-fi pineapple house? I don't remember that. What lost media are you describing? This is interesting to me. Oh, I've got a little time left. His hair is back, everyone. He's ready to rickroll. Alright, let's see if we can find... Yeah, that might actually work well over here. Conan O'Brien? Let's fill in this line back here. Oh my goodness. This is very funny. Oops, wrong color. So his kind of arms go sideways like this. Yeah, something like that. I love that he's wearing a striped shirt. The striped shirt is so old school. I'm just gonna have him like with his hand open. Oh, that was that was a really bad hand. Let me try that again. There we go. That's way better. Alright, let's see if we can get... Oh gosh, I need to do these colors fast. Oh, I should have done the other... Let me do the black first. And fill in this. Alright. 20 seconds, here we go! Fill in this. And then... Can I get his hand done in time? We're about to find out. Alright, stop the timer! It's the Rickroll! There we go! I'm just gonna go ahead and add the text in really quick because I think it's so funny. This is the man of the hour. We gotta find a fun font for the Coconut Mall. Hold up. Whoa, am I typing? I'm not even typing. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, I'm in a camera layer. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing that, program. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. Is that how you spell coconut? Seeing my spelling ability here. Is that how you spell coconut? I think it is. I also don't know how you're supposed to spell mauled. Alright, what's a fun font? Nah. More fun. No, more fun! That's boring. That's not bad, actually. Do I get to... Yes, center paragraph. This is... What have I've made like a t-shirt design. This is like... something you find, like some off-brand t-shirt you'll find at like a Caribbean island. Alright. Hello. Yeah. There we go! It's Rickroll Squidward! You all asked, and I have provided. What were your other suggestions, by the way? I know there was a couple of other suggestions before we end the stream. Stuff to add to the Squidward wheel. Can you put Samba Studio music from Sonic and the All-Stars? I will just copy and paste what you've typed and hopefully find it. Let's see if I find it. Aha! Oh, it looks like it was in here. All right, I've added it to the queue. That'll be our sign-off song. We're no strangers to love. Have I not? I've already done Super Mario style, I think. Let's go ahead and let's check through. Let's check through the stuff that we've done of Squidward art. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. So let's just fully get this open here. Wow, look how many we've done. We've done that was actually our 51st one. We've done 51 of these images. We missed our magic number 50. That's unfortunate. Squidward 3D. Squidward as a repeating pattern, which I'm really proud of that one. Squidward as a me character. Squidward as fruit pulled from Google. Random color palette. Blindfolded. I did not do good on. Pop art style. AI generated. SpongeBob morphing into Squidward. Simpsons style. Minimalist style. The worst nightmare style. Emojis. This was really fun to do. The little using potatoes as his shirt. I drew this left-handed. Jonathan photoshopped into Squidward. Paw Patrol style. Interesting. As a person, that's maybe doable actually. 8-bit style. I still never upgraded this to make it visible. He's so tiny. It's a good art, but you just can't see it. Squidward 8-bit style. Diary of a Wimpy Kid style. Gorillas style. MS Paint, which I drew with my mouse in MS Paint. Lego. Joker. Adventure Time. Codename Kids Next Door. Here's your Ohio style. Christmas Squidward. Autobots. Monster Collage. Van Gogh. Disney. Fairly Odd Parents. Pokemon, which we ended up doing the other two as Pokemon starters. Peppa Pig. It's hilarious how well that looks. Trippy Squidward. Minion Squidward. What a mess. Steven Universe Squidward. Influencer Squidward. Dinosaur. One Unbroken Line. Anime. Looney Tunes. Random animals. He was an elephant, monkey, and lion. Okay! Ancient Egyptian. Phineas and Ferb. That was a bad one. That was a really bad one. Gravity Falls. That was actually a really good one. Star Wars. Boss Baby. Ed's World. Paper Mario. That's what we did as Mario. We did Paper Mario specifically. Hanna-Barbera, which turned out very well as well. And Time Traveler. And with that, that's our stream for the day. The Van Gogh Squidward, yeah, that was an interesting one. I wish I did the nose in a better shape, but the actual painting texture was really fun to do. Thank you for joining me, everybody. It's been a good stream. I'll see you Wednesday. We're going to play some Smash, not Smash Bros, but Brawl. We're going to play Nicktoons Brawl. That'll be really fun, so I'll see you there. And I'll see you guys in plenty of new streams. We're going to be playing a lot of new SpongeBob games coming up soon, so I'm excited. New SpongeBob games, it's been a while. We've been playing Cosmic Shake a lot. I'll see you guys later, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out, and salsa!